Hi, I'm Nicole Phillips, registered nurse, and what you're looking at right now is a child's bike. Pretty weird, right? And in a few minutes, you'll discover why this child's bike is a symbol for an elderly woman's struggle and success with overcoming stage 4 diabetic nephropathy. Curious? Just keep watching this short presentation and I'll reveal why this child's bike is connected to the secret to healing your kidneys by naturally lowering your creatinine numbers, BUN, raising your GFR, glomerular filtration rate, and helping you get better blood work numbers. I'm Nicole Phillips, BSN RN, and I'm a veteran nurse who has worked with many cases of diabetic kidney disease, medically known as diabetic nephropathy. Over the last 15 years, I have come in contact with many patients suffering with this disease from stage 1 to stage 4 and on dialysis. It was back when I was working with a patient named Margaret whose kidneys were failing and I was preparing her for starting dialysis. Her creatinine was 4.4, GFR was 16. She had a BUN of 44, with a high phosphorus level with other factors that were out of balance due to her being at stage 4. Margaret had been on diabetes medications for several years and on a diabetic diet, which left her weak and listless. She complained of the thing she missed the most was not being able to babysit and take care of her granddaughter because she was not strong enough. It was sad to watch her health decline, and I was prepping her for a fistula, which is the surgical connection from an artery to a vein in the arm to allow for the use of dialysis needles. The surgery and the pain is horrible for this operation, and I was describing the procedure to her. Margaret went home very discouraged and depressed, but 2 weeks later she came back in for blood test, and I noticed her blood work was slightly improved. When I mentioned this to Margaret, she said she had made some changes to her diet, and we left it at that. In 6 weeks, at Margaret's follow-up visit, I looked at her lab results, and I thought there was some lab mistake. Not only were her blood sugar levels down, but her creatinine was down, her GFR was 29, and her phosphorus was normal. Her BUN had decreased, and there was less protein in her urine. Margaret told me she was trying a new program she had seen online. She was following the diet and the supplement plan with minor lifestyle changes, and she felt better now. I noticed her nausea was gone, her ankles had less swelling, and she seemed happier and more energetic. Margaret said she was walking more because she had more energy, and someday she didn't need a nap in the afternoon. I just told her to keep doing what she was doing and scheduled a follow-up visit in 4 weeks. Margaret came back for her follow-up, and the test results shocked me. This time I knew it couldn't be a lab error, not twice in a row. Margaret's kidney health was steadily improving. Her creatinine went down to 2.6, GFR was up to 36, and her protein in her urine was further reduced, and other factors were improved too. I couldn't believe this change. She had reversed her kidney disease from a stage 4 to a stage 3. What was even more remarkable was her fasting glucose was significantly improved, and Margaret was smiling. Margaret told me how much better she felt. She was happily babysitting her granddaughter again and had even bought her a new bike. Now you know why a little girl's bike is a symbol of Margaret's freedom with overcoming stage 4 diabetic nephropathy. Over the next few months, Margaret continued to improve on this program, and now she is at stage 2. So I asked her what she was doing, what the diet was, and the supplements she was taking, and what lifestyle changes she had made. Here's what I discovered. The program was created by Robert Galawowitz, a naturopath and certified nutritionist. He had gone through every stage of kidney disease resulting in dialysis and his kidneys failing and getting a donor kidney at the age of 25. His personal kidney disease story is included in this presentation. With diabetic nephropathy, problems arise from inflammation, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, proteinuria, excess protein in the urine, free radical damage, mineral levels out of whack, and malnutrition of vital nutrients. And this program is the only program I have ever seen to address all of these physiological problems that lead to kidney damage. I contacted Robert and reviewed his 350 plus medical references to ensure this program is scientifically based and safe. The reviewed studies were the gold standard of medical research for natural remedies, which are in use around the world to treat problems with diabetic nephropathy. In time, I recommended 7 of my patients to this program. Their improvements were impressive. They were all able to stop the progression of their kidney disease, and in several cases were able to improve function enough to reverse a stage and restore more natural kidney function. I now recommend this program to anyone with diabetic kidney disease because it covers little-known scientific ways to not only stop the progression of this disease, but also reverse it, so patients can live a better life without the chains of dialysis. Case study number 1. Ken Zitzer had diabetic kidney disease, and after following this program, his blood tests are now showing that he reversed his kidney kidney disease. From a creatinine of 2.1 to a creatinine of 1.5, his blood pressure also dropped 14 points for the systolic, the top number, and 6 points for the diastolic, the bottom number. His BUN is now normal. Case study number 2. Stephanie Williams is a mother of 2 young boys. Her GFR was 26, which is stage 4 kidney disease, and her hemoglobin A1C was 9.1. After 4 weeks on the program, her GFR went up to 46, which is stage 3 kidney disease, and in 3 months her hemoglobin A1C went down to 7.4. She lost 28 pounds, and we were able to reduce some of her medications. Case study number 3. Helen Ward had diabetes for 14 years, and she had to retire early because she wasn't well enough to keep working. She was in the middle of stage 4 kidney disease and was open to any options. I gave her the program, and in 4 months, every one of her blood work numbers improved. She gave me a hug when I told her she doesn't have to worry about dialysis because she was almost at stage 2 kidney disease. A month later, she returned to work. Amazing results, right? You'll see even more powerful secrets for naturally getting better blood work numbers simply by watching this presentation to the very end. Critical diabetic kidney health tips like you'll know the #1 killer when it comes to stage 4 diabetic complications and dialysis treatments, so you can avoid this health disaster at all costs. You'll know the little-known secret for increasing your GFR without using harsh prescription drugs or resorting to painful insulin injections. You'll learn the most powerful and effective way to naturally lower your creatinine and high BUN levels and significantly reduce protein levels in your urine, all without side effects. You'll also have less pain, inflammation, and swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, all without resorting to eating an unappetizing and bland diabetic diet. You'll feel less nausea and stomach upset without feeling desperately hungry, and you'll end out of control food cravings and naturally and effortlessly lose the weight you gained with your diabetes. You'll be able to stop the rising anxiety you are feeling about your ever-worsening kidney disease. You'll know how to avoid dialysis and what to do to stop the slow decline, going from stage 2 to stage 3 and ending up in stage 4 kidney disease and dialysis or possibly death. You'll know how to avoid the surgical horror of a fistula, and you'll escape the excruciating pain of dialysis needles and avoid the unnecessary and costly dialysis complications that can threaten your health. You can reverse your kidney disease. You can stop the downhill slide to total kidney failure. You can prevent yourself from being added to the kidney transplant list. You can avoid losing 10 years of your life to diabetes because you will live 10 years longer. Warning, this website is getting pressure from outside sources every day to take this free presentation down. We don't know how long we can keep this up, so watch it now while you still can.
You can find out more about this fantastic offer by clicking the link in the description.